Hey guys, it's me Crystal from Marching North, and today I'm going to show you how to make this hanging macrame basket. You'll find a supply list down in the description with everything you'll need for this project. So first what you need to do is take your working cords and fold them in half, and then we're going to create a braided little loop here at the top to hang our basket. So to make the braid, you need to mark where it needs to start for your loop. So I'm marking it here with my hand, and then I'm just going to tie an overhand knot to secure the cords together, and that's where I'll be starting the braid from. Alright, now that we tied that knot, we need to flip it around so the part that we'll be braiding is pointing downward, and I'm just going to quickly tie it up to my rack with a temporary knot. Okay, now we're going to tie a 4-strand braid. So you're going to separate your cords into 4 sections with 2 cords in each section. And the way this works is if you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 going from left to right, you're going to take 2 and put it over 1, so you go right to left. And then you're going to take cord number 4 and put it over cord number 3, going right to left. And then you're going to take cord number 2 and put it over cord number 3, going left to right. And you're just going to repeat that. So it goes right over left for that one, right over left for that one, and then left over right in the center. And you're just going to do that until it is the length that you want. So at this point, I'm happy with the length that I've got here. You can decide just if you loop it together, say if that's big enough for your hanger. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna keep a hold of this so it doesn't unbraid, and I'm gonna untie it from my rack. Okay, so this is where we are now. So just kind of keep a hold of this while you untie this side carefully. This is what we have, this braided section right in the center of our cords. So you're gonna hold it together like this. And this is gonna be our loop. And what we're gonna do now is get another short piece of cord and tie a wrapping knot around the bottom. So to tie the wrapping knot, you just take your shorter piece of cord and you hold it with the end facing up like that, and you hold it against all the cords. Then you loop it down in a U shape and you just hold it firmly, and then you're going to wrap with this long end. So just go around right at the base of the braid. And then you take the end down through this loop, and then you pull on this short end that's sticking up here to tighten it all up. Pull it and see it's catching this end, and it's going to pull it up halfway through the wrap, so not all the way to the top. This is kind of tough, but that's good. That means it'll be nice and secure. All right, there. Then just trim off the excess cord from the wrapping knot and tuck the ends up under the wraps. All right, now the loop is done. To make the arms, what we're going to do is separate. You're going to have 4 arms with 4 cords in each one. And what you're going to do is take them and tie a square knot about 1 inch from the wrapping knot at the top. So now to make switch knots, what you do is you just take the inner 2 cords and you're going to bring them out to the outside. And then the 2 cords that were your outer cords are now going to be your inner cords for the next knot. And that is a switch knot. Now you're going to tie 4 more of those going down with the same amount of space in between for each one. So each arm will have 6 switch knots spaced about 3 inches apart. Now that we have the arms completed, it's time to add our first wooden ring to form the base of our basket. So to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to attach it with double half hitch knots. And to continue the switch knot pattern, we're going to cross the cords so they match like the switch knots above them. So first you'll be tying a double half hitch knot with the second cord from the left. And with your cords behind the ring, you're going to bring the cord up and over to the left, like that. And then you're going to do it again over here. So loop it over, and this time you're going to pull it through the loop. And it's just a double half hitch knot, but it's around the wooden ring instead of around a filler cord. Tighten it up, and that's your first double half hitch knot to attach the cords to the wooden ring. Then you're going to take the next one, which you see we have it crossed, and you're going to do the same thing. And there you go. And then, so we gotta make sure we're keeping the same pattern here. And if it's not perfectly straight, it's okay. You can adjust it. We can always adjust it more later. But that is one arm attached to the wooden ring, and you're gonna do this for each one on all 4 sides. So you'll have one here, one over here, and one back here. Here's how it'll look once you get all of your arms attached. And if you notice your ring is hanging kind of crooked, you'll just have to loosen one side and tighten the other until you get it pretty straight. And what we're going to do now is attach some more ropes around in these empty spots, and then we will move on to the next section. Okay, to attach all the extra cords to the wooden ring here, you're going to get your cords, and there's 16 of them all together. You're going to take one, fold it in half, match up the ends, and then we're going to attach it here with a cow hitch knot. So to do that, you're going to bring the loop up behind the ring, and then you're going to do like if you were making a lark's head knot, just pull the ropes through. But this makes a knot where the bar isn't showing, so it looks more like a double half hitch knot. And then we're not done yet. We're also going to take each end of this, and then you're going to loop it up and over, and then pull the end through like so. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bring it in front of the wooden hoop, loop it over, and pull the end through the loop. Like that. And that way it just looks like double half hitch knots, and it adds a little bit more space. And you're going to attach 4 of these cords in between in each section. Okay, now I have all the extra cords put on. This is one of the arms. You see I have those knots all squished together, and then I have these 2 cords attached, and they're pushed together, and then there's a space and 2 more cords, so on and so forth all the way around. Now we're going to continue the switch knot pattern for the basket. So first you're going to tie a row of square knots in each one of these sections of 4 going all the way around. Leave about an inch of space between the wooden ring and the square knots. For the next row, you're going to leave about an inch of space, and then you're going to tie alternating switch knots going all the way around. Okay, we did our second row of switch knots, square knots going all the way around. Now you're going to make one more row of alternating switch knots about an inch down from the previous row. It's time to add our final ring, and then it's just the same as we did before, except for this time we're not going to cross it. We're just going to keep them the way they are so that it looks like that top row. So we're going to start right here, and you take your rope, you go loop it over, and that's half of your double half hitch knot. You're going to loop it down and over again and pull it through the loop and tighten it up. Continue that all the way around with the rest of the cords, and be sure to keep an inch of space between the last row of square knots and the wooden ring. Here's how it'll look once you get all the cords attached to the bottom ring, and now it's time to tie the wrapping knot at the bottom. Gather up all the cords and tie a wrapping knot around them, and they're going to look kind of loose and saggy at the bottom at first, but we're going to tighten all of them up individually once we get the wrapping knot done. I recommend making about 7 or 8 wraps with your wrapping knot. So finish off your wrapping knot, pulling everything tight, and cut off the top cord, and I just left the bottom one. And then you're going to pull all the ends of the cords tight through the wrapping knot to tighten up the bottom of the basket. And I just did this one cord at a time, making sure that the wrapping knot stayed in the center. And this is how it'll look when you're done. Decide how long you want the bottom tassel to be, and then just cut off the excess. And if you want to, you can untwist the rope like I did. I just like how it looks with the wavy fringe. And now your hanging macrame basket is complete. You can use this as a plant hanger or as a fruit basket. Really, the possibilities are endless. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, please leave a like, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more crafty tutorials and DIYs. Thanks for watching!